Recording in progress.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Hey,
So,
Hi Brett. Hi Sagiv.
hey,
hi.
how are you guys? Nice to see you again.
So today I have Sagiv with TLS Homes USA Real Estate Investments, me with Fathom Realty, and Lori's a broker, has the property management Avalon Group Realty. So you want to get everybody on here. We're all uh, people that are, on every property. All three of us are involved in buying the property, constructing the property, leasing the property, and then managing the property. In this particular video, we're going to show you some examples and results of some of our stuff. We're going to be doing many more of these, so we have a lot more coming. We just couldn't make it a not 10-hour long thing. So, why is property management so important, Sagiv?
So, as what I'm doing, I'm work with foreign investors in the U.S. They don't live in the U.S. and they need someone on site to manage their properties and to present their interest, like to protect their interest all the way from the day they decided to invest until the day they decided to sell the property after many years. That's the main reason why we need property management, and we're doing a very good job with our investment.
Don't make
My
it
thought.
don't make spoiler yet. We're going to go through examples, so
Oh yeah,
don't
yeah.
make it a
Okay,
spoiler. So
sure.
so Lori, how long have you been in the business, and your little bit of your background?
Well, I've actually been personally, I have owned rental real estate for many years. So I've been a manager from that perspective. I worked for another management company for a short while, until our investment clients begged, pleaded, and coerced me into getting into property management myself. And now, over the last 4 years, I am a broker. I've been running a property management company now, nearly exclusively for international clients.
How many properties you currently managing?
Um, just under 150.
All right. So let's go over some examples here because I think that's what people want to see. And here's one on 468 East 300th in Willowick, Ohio, which is basically, I would have to say, it's an A-plus area. It's been rented. Why don't you tell what's going on with this property, Lori?
Yeah, so this is an awesome property. This owner has owned the property for just over 2 years. We rented it nearly almost right away to a lovely couple that stayed in the property for the 2 year period. And the rent was $1,250. And this owner netted $22,992 over that 2 year period. We just made it rent ready for $600. So these tenants left it in beautiful shape, and it is re-rented now at $1,300 per month.
So how's your client feel about that, Sagiv?
She's ecstatic. In fact, I just spoke with her the other day, and she's very pleased with this investment. Who wouldn't be? It's a wonderful producer.
Sagiv,
Yeah, so
go ahead.
on my side, so I talk to the investor all the time. The bottom line, they don't want another property. They ask me to find them another property. That's the bottom line.
Yeah, I mean, if you can come up with these results, because I'm not going over the numbers of what they have totally into it, but it's not. Believe me, the returns are off the charts, and I think they've almost doubled in their equity. So
Right.
it's a very good investment.
Yes.
Here's one on 314 Cetta Avenue in Cleveland, Ohio. Now this is in Cam's Corner, correct? Correct me if I'm wrong, Lori.
It is. It is in Cam's Corner. This has been rented for just over 2 years. It's rented actually to best friends, two young men. They both have good jobs, and it's rented currently at $1,100 per month. And over the last 2 years, this investor has netted $17,700, and it's still going strong.
And now, when they move out, what will the rent be on this one?
Yeah, we'll be able to raise the rent. Most likely to 1,200, I
Okay.
would say, on this particular property. This is a smaller home. It doesn't have a basement, um, but I believe we could get 1,200 for
Why
it.
don't you go over a little bit about the background check and everything you do for the tenants?
Yeah, that's the most important part. So the last thing that the investors need or that I want to manage is a problem tenant. So I take a lot of time. I personally do the vetting on each and every tenant. And I do a background check, I do an eviction history check, and I do a credit check, and verifying that in all those categories that these tenants are upstanding. I do like to have a personal conversation with their current landlord. That gives me a lot of insight into whether or not they'll make a good quality tenant or not. And this system has worked very, very well. And we just have a very low turnover with our tenants
Now,
because of it.
now, Steve, you want to talk a little bit about the areas, the AB areas that we do buy in and that we stay in. And that's what I think is the reason why we have these 24, 36 month. We have about, in this area on this one, we have about 25 units, I believe. So you want to talk a little bit about that, Sagiv?
Yeah, thanks. So 95% of our investments there is no issues with the tenants, more than 95%. One of the main reasons is the area that we work in. We don't like to work. We don't work in the war zone, crime zone, whatever it's called. The investor feel very comfortable to invest in this area, and me, as one that going side by side with the investor, I teach them how to check the areas before they buy the property. So I'm very confident as soon as we step into the investment. That's the main reason. So if I'm talking about El Cetta belongs to one of my friends that he's invest with us. He's very happy with it. He's very happy with it. No, zero complaints.
Then we're going to go to, this was actually Sagiv's property. It's 4619 West 156th. This one doubled in equity, and you can see he's done $15,539. Lori, you want to tell us a little story on this one?
Yeah, this is a nice family that lives in this property. They're very happy, and they've been in there over 2 years now, and are extremely happy. Rented at $1,200 per month.
How many tenants have you had in this house?
Just one,
That's
the one
it,
family.
right. So that saves the clients a lot of money by them not moving in, moving out. You get in those CDF areas, you're going to have issues with tenants. And we've tried to do a couple of those, haven't we, Lori, on lawn and all that. They move in, they move out. It's a crazy expensive show for the investors. And then, Sagiv, are you happy with the money you're getting on this one?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Thanks God.
Yeah.
Thanks God and thanks Lori.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Now here's one that Sagiv came to us on, and you want to talk about this one, Sagiv?
Yes. So at the beginning, like it was 3 years ago, something like that. One of my investors, he bought a property at the beginning. Before we started working together, we managed it at a different property management. There was a lot of issues, and issues with the rents. There was a few issues that I decided to come to you and ask for help, and you took it, and since then, it's all good.
So this one's been rented for over 2 years, right, Lori?
Yes, it has, to a very nice young family with a disabled daughter, and it's currently rented at $1,350 for more than 2 years now, and very little maintenance on this particular property. Net income over the last 2 years for this investor was $15,321.
Yeah, and
it's still rented.
Yeah, and I think the reason Sagiv originally came to me was to get it rented because it had been on the market for quite a long time, if I remember right, Sagiv.
Correct.
And we rented it within 3 or 4 days. And that's one of the other things that I should point out about our system is that we have a marketing system that keeps these things full. I mean, you can't just throw stuff up on Zillow or this. If you don't answer the phone, set up showings, set them up in a correct way, virtual tours, pictures, the whole works. It's not going to work. It's going to be a catastrophe. If you notice, there's not a lot of realtors that do what I do. But the reason why I do what I do is because, you know, my clients mean a lot to me and Sagiv, and we want to make sure they're taken care of. And the way to do that is to do it. So we've been doing it a lot. We have no vacancies. Go ahead,
If I
Lauren.
can add something too, is this is an important part of being able to place good tenants, because obviously the larger your available tenant pool is, the more people you have to choose from, and the more likely you are to have better and better candidates. So Brett does an excellent job marketing these. Most often when I hold an open house, after he does the marketing, there's 10, 12, 15 available tenants for us to choose from, and that's a beautiful thing.
I remember one over there that we'd finished over on Lincoln, if you remember, Sagiv. We had an open house. We had 2 other properties going in the area, and we leased 3 properties that one night. So it was amazing. So
I want to mention another thing about what important for me and for the investor that are actually overseas regarding the property management. So the most important thing is availability. And this is availability and the number of addictions, repairs, the numbers of issues that we face with. It's a minimum. It's very low, and investors like it. And the quality of service that we receive from Lori, from the property management, is awesome. So again, thank you very much, Lori.
Yeah, you know
You're very welcome. It's my pleasure.
The thing about real estate and what a lot of investors don't understand or don't seem to think about is when you do buy a property, that's great. You get a good deal. You're going to get a tenant in it. But the long-term effect's going to be done with the property management, how the property management deals with it. And with us, me and Sagiv and Lori, we only buy AB properties. So we want to see long-term tenants, as you can see here. In these, we want to see great returns, and we want to see great building of equity. So in the end of the day, if it's managed correctly, you know, we are closing a property today that a gentleman paid $75,000 for 120. What was, I guess it's been a year ago. So you know, here we go. So this is our format plan, guys. I appreciate you sharing all that stuff with us.
You're very
Thank
welcome.
you very much. Thank you.
You guys have anything else to say?
Day. No, just have a great day.
You guys have our websites there. Thanks. Have a great day.
Thank you.